Hi, this is Mariano from Instadeq. In the previous video we saw how to create a dashboard from the SpaceX API with the launches by year. Now we will start from there and we will explore the failure launches. So to avoid working again, we will clone the existing visualization. We will see that there's a launch failure attribute on each item on the list. So what we will do is I will create a new attribute on the record called failures. I name it with starting with A, so it starts at the top and it's easier to see. So what I will do is I will drag the launch failures to the new attribute I created, and I will select the replace existing field. And as you can see, now I'm putting the launch failures details field from the first item on the list in the A failures attribute. What I want to do is to have a list of all the launch failure details from the list. So what I do is I drop the iterator on the attribute, and now since there's no iterator on the left, instead of doing it an operation for each of them, it just creates the list. And now we can see that there are some that are undefined and there are some that are defined. The undefined ones are the ones where the launch didn't fail. So what we want to do is we want to filter them. So I double click on A failures and I select the ignore entries in this list if formula is true. And what I want is the is undefined operation, and I want to check if every item is undefined. So I drag the index on the list and then I drag the iterator. So I want to do it for all of them. So now I have only the ones that are, I'm ignoring the items on the list A failures if the value is undefined. So I'm keeping the ones that are not undefined. You can do it the other way around. You can say keep all the items that are not undefined. So now I have them, and what we may want to do is we may want to count them. So we can do double click here, calculator, list to size, and we get 5. So they had 5 failures. So we will remove this over here, and we can drag the failure count. We can create a label and failure and name it failures and drag it to key so that I only have one key, and I can select the images chart. So I now have failures 20, and I can play a little bit with the size, make it a little bit bigger, and red because it's a bad thing. And we are done. Failed launches. So that's showed how to, let's remove this because I don't need it. So that showed how to extract items from a list into an attribute, how to create an attribute, how to filter items in a list, and how to get its size, and how to use the image chart to display them.